Hi, my name is David Rose, and I'd like to share some insights about working with large data files and using Google Data Studio to display the information in a simple and elegant way that you can share with your coworkers or a wider audience. Now, I've been working with schools helping implement reading intervention solutions. And so here I'm looking at the test scores for Arizona for the year 2021. And as we can see, this is a pretty big spreadsheet. It's got almost 200,000 rows. So I wouldn't want to just email this to someone. I'm afraid they just get way too overwhelmed. This is a lot of information to look at. So that's where the Google Data Studio comes into play. And it's customizable. So when I'm thinking about how to create a one-page report from all this information, I think the best way to do it is to create the district as a filter. So I can look at one district at a time, and then I can see all the schools, and that would make it a lot easier to see the percent passing, how many students took the tests, and then I could set up some other filters for the subject, the subgroups, and then all the different grades of the students who took the assessment. So it might look something like this. So here are all the metrics I want to look at. These are the columns I'll pull in. And then I'll just set up 4 very simple filters. I'll have a one-page report taking me from something like this to something like this. So this is the edit view of the Google Data Studio. Now, if you've never used this program before, I like to think about this. It's almost like a palette. And so you're kind of painting a picture for the end user. So when you're setting up, your tables and all your filters, always try to have in mind, how the viewer is going to use this information to really, glean some knowledge about what you're sharing. So, as we saw, this spreadsheet is so big. If you can think creatively and really just distill everything down into an easy format, that's my sort of underarching goal when I'm setting up any type of report. So now there's 2 features here I wanted to point out. So when you're creating reports, the add a chart, this is really like the meat of what you're going to be working with. So you can set up tables, time chart, time series, pie charts. So we've got so many options here. For my purposes, I thought a simple table would work best. So when you set up your table for the first time, it'll ask you to pull in a dimension. So here, these are all the columns from the spreadsheet. So I just pulled in the school name, and then the metrics are all the numbers I want to look at. So number of students tested, percent passing, and all the proficiency levels. So this is, think of this as the foundation to build the report. Now next, how might I filter this? If I didn't have any filters, we would see all the schools. There wouldn't be a lot of rhyme or reason to this. So here's where the filters come into play, and this is where you can use the add a control. So I've used 4 drop-down lists. So here, let me highlight the district name, and this works almost the same way. So when you create a drop-down list for the first time, you can pull in whatever metric you want to filter by. So in this case, I did district name, and then I also specified when a user pulls this report up for the first time, it's going to default to Tucson Unified District. And then I've done the same process for the other 3 filters. So for the subject, I'm defaulting to the English Language Arts. For the test level, all assessments, and then for the subgroup, all students. So when a user pulls this up for the first time, it's kind of ready to go. So they can see that, okay, it's set on Tucson Unified. Here are all the schools. And then, of course, they have the freedom to drill down to any district. If they want to look at mathematics, they can do that. So let me give you a couple takeaways. So again, I really like the idea of thinking about this as a palette, and because you really are painting a picture for the end user. So you're taking this massive chunk of data, and then it's literally on one page. So I hope this helps. Have a great day.